The Golden State Warriors are looking like they have the best shot right now at getting the first overall pick. But if you're the Warriors, what do you do with that pick? That's all coming up in just a second.
Perfect.
Hello and what is going on, guys? This is Touchdowns to Home Runs. I'm your host, Noah. If you haven't already, go hit the subscribe button down below. It would mean a lot if you could subscribe because we make some great sports content on this channel, and we got another great one for you guys today. NBA basketball. The Golden State Warriors, the last decade, they were the team of the decade, definitely in the NBA, the powerhouse or whatever. When you had Curry, Clay, Draymond, Durant. Cousins was on that team last year, but they didn't win, so that doesn't matter. But like Iguodala, who else? Sean Livingston, a bunch of guys like that. That was the team of the decade. And this year, Curry's hurt, Clay's hurt, so it's basically just Draymond. They got rid of D'Lo, and this team has the worst record in the NBA. And you know what that means? That means they had the best odds to have the first overall pick in the NBA draft this year. Now, in this episode, I just wanted to talk about if I was the Warriors, what would I do if I actually got that pick? Right now, just to clarify, if you're watching this video, I don't know when you're watching it, but this is before the draft lottery, so we do not know who has the first overall pick yet. And yeah, I'm just talking about if they do get that pick, what do you do? Because there's so many things the Warriors could do. So the Warriors are looking at free agency this year. They're looking at Giannis. I don't know what the possibility of them getting Giannis is, but who knows? If they get him, they get him. That could change how they take this pick, but I'm just going to go. Let's say they don't get Giannis. I'm just going to go for that. So let's say they get this first overall pick. One guy I would draft if I was the Warriors, obviously Anthony Edwards out of Georgia. 19.5 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 2.8 assists per game. You got to don't look at Georgia's record. Please don't look at Georgia's record because they are absolutely awful. And he tried his best on this team to turn them around, but he just couldn't do it. This isn't, if Georgia did not have this guy, they would honestly have no conference wins. That team is really struggling, and he tried to come and turn it around, but he just couldn't. But he is such a great player. He just didn't have the weapons around him to have those real outbursting stats that he deserves to have. But still, an amazing player, amazing shooting guard, a guy, even though that they have Clay, he's just a guy you'd like to add depth to your bench, and just another good young player that can just play basketball. That's all you need to be a playoff team. You just need those solid guys to go in there and just do what they need to do. The second guy I would draft, and this is the last guy that I would draft if I was the Warriors, I'd pass on Ball, and I'd pass on Obi Toppin, just because Ball, you already have a point guard. You already have a star point guard, Steph Curry. And Obi Toppin, I just don't think he's the make and the build for what the Warriors need right now. He's more of a small forward, power forward. The Warriors right now are shopping for a center. That's who they really need. They need that big physical presence. And of course, if you're thinking about that, James Wiseman will come to mind. It's sad to hear what happened with him in Memphis. He left and everything. But still, 7-1, this is a guy that the Warriors should definitely be looking at if they're actually going to take this draft pick and actually draft someone. Just a huge guy. You need someone in the paint for the Warriors. Honestly, that's what they haven't had for a while. Kevon Looney, he's a good player, but you just need that superstar center, and I think James Wiseman is that guy. Now I'm just gonna throw up some crazy insane, call me crazy or whatever. I just find it interesting. I love talking about just these crazy things and everything. If you find them crazy, then so be it, but I still want to talk about them. Some trades that the Warriors could do if they get this first overall pick for guys. The first one that I had in mind, I know this one will sound weird because they just traded with the Timberwolves, but what if the Warriors trade the first overall pick and then a guy like Looney, Pascal, Jordan Poole, one of those guys, plus the first round pick for Karl-Anthony Towns. I know it sounds crazy. Why would the Timberwolves get rid of Towns? Well, if you look at it, the Timberwolves would then have 2 of like the top 4 picks in the NBA draft, and they still have D'Lo. You're looking at a complete remake of this Timberwolves team, who's currently really struggling. They need a remake. They need to get the fans excited. They need something to just say like, we're a young, exciting basketball team. Come and watch us, because we are seriously going to turn it around. If you get 2 top 4 draft picks, man, and they're just gonna get stacked, because like, you're getting 2 of the top 4 players in the draft class. Like, how is that not exciting? So obviously intriguing for Minnesota, and obviously good for the Warriors. They need a center, and Karl Anthony Towns is one of the best centers in all of NBA basketball. The next trade option I have for the Warriors is the Warriors trading with the 76ers for Joel Embiid. Now you got to hear me out here. The 76ers team chemistry is absolutely awful this year. There's just something not clicking in that locker room. There's a bunch of guys fighting. So one of them's got to go. And I think Joel Embiid is that guy to go. And the Warriors can attack this perfectly. You give up the number 1 overall pick, and then one of the guys that I mentioned earlier in the Minnesota trade, and you get Joel Embiid. The 76ers are obviously going to be hooked on this, because they're like, holy crap, we could change our locker room chemistry. That's finally out of the window. There's no more of this like just guys going at each other in the locker room and everything. And we get the number 1 overall pick. We can have whoever we want in the draft, plus we get another guy from the Warriors, whoever. And then the Warriors get Joel Embiid. I think he'll fit in perfectly in that locker room. I don't see any problems. There might, unless Draymond and him get in a fight about something stupid, but other than that, those 4 guys, if you have those 4 guys on the Warriors are looking like a top contender next year. And these are just my crazy, what if the Warriors get the number 1 overall pick. I just love spitting these out. I don't care how crazy I sound. I just love thinking about this. Any kind of sport, this is so much fun to think about. Just all these different situations about what could happen with draft picks, trading players, all of this. And I just like listing all the different possibilities. So yeah, those are my 4 possibilities for the Warriors if they actually do get the number 1 overall pick. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you love NBA basketball or any sport, that's all we talk about on this channel. Drop a like, comment, and of course subscribe. And thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.